Good evening, Richmond County, and welcome to your Tuesday edition of Live at 5. I'm Sarah Meeks. Come join the Richmond Observer this Friday for the filming of a new video series. The Richmond Observer is introducing a new video series called County Conversations, which is to be filmed in front of a live audience. The inaugural episode will be filmed this Friday at Sunset Slush inside Ink Space, which is located at 115 South Lawrence Street in Rockingham. County Conversations is a chance for Richmond County to get to know leaders of the community from both government and private sector. This month's County Conversation will be with Richmond Community College President Dr. Dale McInnes. Filming begins at 7 p.m. this Friday. A suspect is still at large after crashing a stolen truck during a chase with police early Saturday morning. Officers with the Rockingham Police Department were patrolling between 3 and 3:30 a.m. in the Richmond Park neighborhood following a rash of recent vehicle break-ins when they noticed a truck sitting in the middle of Scotland Avenue with the lights off, according to Chief Billy Kelly. Facing the truck, officers activated the blue lights on the patrol car. The driver of the truck sped off. When the truck passed by the patrol car, officers noticed the Richmond County Schools emblem on the side of the truck. Kelly said, adding that investigators later learned it had been left unlocked with the keys inside. The officers turned around and were chasing the truck when the driver jumped out and ran while the vehicle was still in motion, the chief said. The truck crashed into a tree in the yard of a deputy with the Richmond County Sheriff's Office and across the street from the home of RPD detective. The department K-9 was brought to the scene and tracked the suspect to a drainage tunnel in a wooded area near Hitchcock Creek where the search ended. Investigators recovered evidence of a possible suspect or suspects responsible for the break-ins in the truck. The chief said there had been 9 vehicle break-ins reported from Richmond Park within the past 2 weeks. Although there were several where nothing was reported stolen, Kelly said all were unlocked and entered. Senior basketball player Cmere has been named the RO Sports official Richmond County Male Athlete of the Week presented by Moss Brothers Tire and Service. After seeing the Raiders drop their first 2 contests against SAC opponent Lumberton this season, Shivels stepped up and proved to be a difference maker in the Richmond's upset against the Pirates in the SAC tournament semis. He was also a contributor in all 3 of Richmond's games last week, helping him earn his first career recognition.
So Cmere, you and the number 13 Raiders are now gearing up for the 4A state playoffs, and they start on Tuesday. But before we get there, let's talk a little bit about your career performance last week against Lumberton in the conference tournament semis. You guys go in there, you lost 2 in a row to them this year, and then you go in and drop 26 points, a career high, and you're also a perfect 12 for 12 from the line. So just kind of tell us what worked well and what clicked for Cmere that night.
Being aggressive was the main thing, not trying to just sit outside and just shoot the whole game, trying to get inside and drive and draw some fouls and get to the free throw line. That was a major thing for that game.
You mentioned going 12 for 12 from the line. How big was that late in the game for you guys to do? And other team, you guys are 24 or 25 as a team.
Right, that's real big when you get down to what it was about a 10-point game we won by. So that's the difference right there.
What was the motivation for the team that night? Because it seemed you guys lost to them by 29 and 30 points earlier in the season, then you come back and beat them by 13.
Not wanting to be embarrassed again, pretty much. Wanting to lose. I mean, not wanting to lose.
That's right.
So, yeah.
All right. Now, we've talked about this before, and we've certainly written about it, but you battled a lower leg injury for a majority of the season. But with this being a really pivotal stretch, tell fans how things are going with your injury and how excited you are to be back 100%.
Well, first I had a heel injury, and that took about a couple of weeks to heal, and then came back, played 2 games, and I messed up my ankle. So the ankle still, it's not 100%, but it's getting better. It's not as bad as it was.
You're excited to be back, though, in the regular 5?
Right.
Good. Now, the playoffs do start Tuesday, and the Raiders, you guys will welcome in number 20, Butler, at home. Now, I asked Coach Pettigrew this, but I'll ask you the same question. How important is it to have that home court advantage, especially to start the playoffs?
Oh, yeah. Even just one game how we have, it's real important.
Why so?
Traveling all the way to Charlotte wouldn't be such a good thing, especially going to Butler. That wouldn't be such a good thing, but having it here makes it easier on us.
How about your fans and the support here? What do you have to say to them for what they've given all season?
They made the games real hype.
Really hype. Yeah. Now, what are the team's expectations Tuesday? Obviously, the easy answer here is to win, but what's it going to take to get past Butler and to make a deep run?
Intensity's got to be high. Got to be locked in defensively. Got to make shots, free throws, and cut down on turnovers.
Sure. All right, now we're going to switch over to our Raider Rapid Response segment, which gives you a chance to answer a couple of questions about Cmere. So are you ready for the challenge?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll start pretty easily here. What type of pregame routines or rituals do you have? Something that whether you go out to eat or…
Honestly, I just like to laugh before the game and chill out, you know.
So you
Not really nothing too special.
Nothing special?
Yeah, I have a certain stretch routine, but that's really it.
You don't have any special socks or anything like that? Okay. Who is your all-time favorite basketball player?
Dwayne Wade, easily.
Easy, why so?
I just always watched him when I was younger. Played 2K with him and everything, you know.
Okay. You actually played with him?
Nah, playing as him on 2K.
I got you. Yeah. So he wasn't sitting beside you playing?
No.
Okay. Well, yeah, anything can happen. To kind of build off of that, name 3 players that you would start a franchise around. D-Wade obviously be one, right?
D-Wade. I like Luka Doncic. Who else? I guess LeBron.
Okay. Not a bad trio to start a franchise. What are your plans after high school? Are you thinking about basketball? Like to go to school somewhere?
I honestly don't even know. I want to be a pilot, but think about National Guard. Still don't really know yet.
Lots of time to decide. And last question for you, Cmere. If you could choose one flavor of ice cream to represent your personality, which would it be and why?
I don't know. Vanilla. Plain, I guess.
You're the plain guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can roll with that.
The Richmond Senior High School softball program has been hard at work the past 2 weeks preparing for the upcoming spring campaign. Under the direction of first-year head coach Mike Way, the Lady Raiders are undergoing a transition period that will see the team without several familiar faces that highlighted the program the last few seasons. But unlike all high school sports during a time of transition, Richmond is dynamic and will see many returning players and some new faces filling the gaps. The regular season is a week away from the Lady Raiders have had to deal with wet weather and make the most out of working indoors and in the batting cage. In this edition of Lady Raider Video Chats, Senior Madison Jordan, Juniors Kirsten Bruce and Patton Chappell, and Coach Way highlight different areas of the program.
So Madison, you're one of several returning players with multiple years of varsity experience. So just kind of talk about how you're going to use that veteran leadership this year.
Leadership is something I take pride in. I think being a leader and somebody that younger members of the team can look up to is important. I know I looked up to my senior leaders when I was a freshman, sophomore, and junior, so I just want to continue that and be someone that they can look up to.
Absolutely. Now, you have served the last 2 years as the starting left fielder, and now this year with Coach Way and Coach Schuler, moving some people around, and you're working on the right side of the infield. So just talk about that transition and the roles that you'll serve there.
Yeah, typically I have been an outfielder, but now I'm moving to second/first, so it's totally different, but hopefully it won't be so rough. Whatever is better for the team is what's better for me, so I just want to be able to contribute in the best way.
Now, talking about what's best for the team, obviously that's winning, and this program the last decade and a half has really established a kind of a winning reputation. So what are your thoughts on this year's team, and how do you guys hope to carry on that tradition?
Yeah, this year's team is a different team, not in a bad way, in a good way. We're still going to win. I don't know if we can have as many home runs as we did last year or the years before, but we're still going to win. We're still going to get hits, get bunts down, just do what it takes.
You're coming into your full first year on the varsity level, and you're going to assume much of the pitching responsibilities for the Lady Raiders. So just kind of tell the fans at home how excited you are about that and what you've been working on this spring.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited because I played with a lot of these girls before, and I've been working a lot on getting stronger and more flexible because last season I got hurt and couldn't pitch for like 2 months after the school ball season, so I'm just trying to stay healthy this whole season so I can help us win and possibly make it far into the playoffs.
Now you've got some big shoes to fill with Grayson Way leaving after 2 years as a starter, so what are some expectations that you have for yourself this year?
I just want to help us any way that I can, whether that be pitching or playing anywhere else, because I do think this is a team sport and it can't just be done by one person.
Sure. Now, this is Coach Way's first season as well at the varsity level. So what's your impression of him and how has he helped the team prepare?
Yeah, he's a really good coach. I've actually played for him previously, so it's not really new to me. And he's done a lot of individual work, which like separating the infield and outfield, which has helped us a lot because it's a very different very different defensive style.
Sure. Now, how would you describe your pitching style?
I think I'm balanced between like pitching to contact and getting strikeouts, but like more ground balls and outs that way, which is also quicker, more efficient.
Sure. And it's really a new look when it comes to pitcher and catcher this year. You in the circle, and then Taylor Waitley as your battery mate. So just talk about the relationship that you formed with her and how you feel about that moving forward.
Yeah, we've gotten really close over these last few weeks, and I actually have played with her before. She used to be my catcher in direct ball whenever we were younger, so it's not completely new. But yeah, I'm just excited because we've gotten really close over these past few weeks.
Peyton, you're back for your third year at the varsity level, and you've done a great job the last 2 seasons holding down third base. So defensively, the team is making some changes. So just kind of what are your thoughts on seeing different teammates in different areas and then your relationship with Aaliyah at shortstop?
It's very different, but I'm excited because it is a big change. So it's going to be more of like a challenge. Like I look at it as a challenge, as in like I have to learn Aaliyah being at shortstop and be able to just talk to her, and we just have to learn each other as players better so that we will be able to work together on short and third. So I'm excited for that.
Very cool. Now, you've also kind of been the number 9 hitter, or really essentially more a second leadoff hitter the last 2 years. But, you know, as you rise and kind of as an upperclassman, you're going to be looked at to being moved up in the lineup. So how are you looking or hoping to adjust to that move?
It's going to be different just because it does make me nervous to be up there. But at the same time, as you said, me being in the 9 hole is basically being a second leadoff. So it's not going to be that different. I just have to take it and make it that way instead of looking at it as in, oh my gosh, I'm in the top of the lineup. I just need to look at it as in, I'm just that second leadoff again.
Sure. Now, last question for you, Peyton. I asked this to Madison earlier in our video, but you know, it's one of the more veteran leaders on this team. You know, that comes with responsibility. So how do you hope to help the younger players, or even just your fellows juniors and senior players?
Just to make them feel comfortable, especially our 2 freshmen that we have. Me and Paige were freshmen coming in. We were the only 2. So just I want to be that teammate that can help them out, because I wanted those teammates when I was a freshman to help me out, because it is very nerve-wracking to be a freshman or even a sophomore on varsity, because it's so much more pressure and people don't realize it, but it is. So I just want to help everybody out and know that like it's going to be okay.
You know, with this being your first season, can you just kind of give fans an insight to what the team's been working on and how the girls look so far?
Well, we've been working on lots of things as the season approaches. I'm doing a lot of hitting because of the weather, and you know, some fundamental things, and basically just more than anything trying to get comfortable with each other. I think that's going to be our biggest thing as we get into the season.
Yeah. Now, you guys, obviously there's some faces that are no longer with the program due to graduation, but you know, do you see this kind of as a good challenge to kind of take the group of girls that you have?
Oh yeah, I mean, here's the way I look at it. We're at Richmond Senior High School. The standard is the standard. It doesn't change whoever the faces are in that spot. We're still going to be expected to be among the top teams in the conference. We're still going to be expected to win a lot of games. That doesn't change. I don't want that to change. I don't ever want that to change. So the way I've been saying it, it is a different kind of team. Sure. Instead of a lot of home runs, a lot of strikeouts, that kind of stuff, we're going to rely on good defense, a lot of speed. We have a lot of speed. We're going to use it.
Now, talking about some other changes, just talk about the pitching aspect this year too, with Kirsten Bruce and Paige Ransom.
Well, once again, it's different. It's not necessarily bad. We're going to go about it a different way. The past couple years, it's been just Grayson, and you know, Taylor Parrish has stepped in there a few times, but it'll be more of a committee kind of thing this year. They both have things that they do really well, and quite honestly, it just kind of depends on the matchup. It depends on who we're playing as to who, you know, might be more effective, and, you know, so we'll play it out that way.
And you kind of spoke about this final question just a moment ago, but you said the standard is always up here. Where are you setting the bar this season, and what are some expectations for the team?
I mean, we're going into it trying to win. I mean, you follow up 7 straight conference championships, you try to make it 8. I mean, until somebody tells us we can't, that's the standard we're going by. We're gonna give it everything we got to try to make it 8 in a row.
RO Sports will publish a few season preview later this week. The Lady Raiders will scrimmage in Burlington this Saturday. When we return, we've got your Live at 5 weather report. It's coming up right after the break, so stay tuned.
Do you want a healthcare career? Certified medical assistants are multi-skilled healthcare professionals capable of completing administrative and clerical tasks, making them a valuable member of the healthcare team at medical clinics, doctors' offices, and other healthcare facilities. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the employment of medical assistants is projected to grow 23% over the next 8 years, much faster than the national average. At Richmond Community College, our medical assisting students are trained in our cutting-edge Simulation Learning Center, giving them hands-on experience with high-fidelity mannequins that simulate real-life patient interaction. In addition to clinical skills, our students also receive instruction in scheduling appointments, coding, processing insurance accounts, billing, collections, and medical transcription. Complete the medical assisting program in just 2 years and start your lifelong career today. Visit www.richmondcc.edu to learn more about enrolling in the medical assisting program at Richmond Community College, or call 910-410-1700.
At Richmond County Hospice, we strive to provide high-quality care to our patients and their families. Whether it's the incredible hospitality at the Haven House or from the comfort of your own home, you can count on Hospice to be there for you. We also offer monthly grief support groups, and our chaplain will be there to hold your hand in prayer. Through our amazing staff and our volunteers, Hospice has made difficult times easier for our community. Call the number on your screen if you feel that you or your loved one may benefit from our services. Richmond County Hospice. Peace, comfort, dignity.
McNair Auto Sales is the place to buy your pre-owned car, truck, or van. To be the best, it takes big selection, friendly staff, and great pricing. We guarantee a no-hassle buying experience, and financing is available right on site. So come see us today. We're located at 1026 East Broad Avenue in Rockingham. And remember, with over 40 years of experience, you know McNair is the name you can trust.
JC's in Rockingham has you covered for used appliances, parts, trailers, and storage. We have one of the largest selections of reconditioned washers, dryers, and refrigerators in the Sand Hills, and we offer free delivery to residents inside Richmond County. Come check out our variety of trailers for any hauling job and our storage buildings for the things you need out of the weather or house. We also carry parts and accessories for appliances, trailers, truck beds, and can order the things you need. That's JC's on South Hancock Street in Rockingham.
Hometown heroes? Well, maybe. When it comes to backyard comfort and no pesky mosquitoes, call Brown Termite and Pest Control at 910-895-6410 or 910-276-8870. Their team of superheroes can take back control of your paradise. That's 910-895-6410 today.
Your Live at 5 weather report is brought to you by RO Yellow, Richmond County's new online business directory. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you're having a great day today. It has been relatively pretty nice outside today, actually. Earlier this morning, it was a little bit overcast, but as the day went on, it actually got a lot more warmer. Even within like an hour difference earlier today, as I entered class, it was kind of cold outside, came back out, it was rather warm. So it's definitely picked up a little bit more warmth today. And as you can see up here on the board for tonight's forecast, you can see the temperature is going to continue to stay in a low 60 to high 50 degree temperature. 7 o'clock, 61 degrees, and at 10 o'clock it dropped down to just 58. So So it's relatively a warm day today. And even though rain was in the forecast from yesterday, not really much rain has fallen at all. So, so far so good, looking really nice for tonight. And for tomorrow, we can see that more cloud coverage is on the way. Starting in Fayetteville, it'll be a high of 69, low of 43. All the way down in Lumberton, same thing. Rayford will be a high of 69, low of 42. All the way up in Moore County, it's going to be a high of 68 and a low of 41. Down in Scotland County, it'll be a high of 69, low of 42. And Bennettsville will be joining them in that same category as well. Rockingham and Hamlet will be seeing a high of 68, low of 41. Up in LRB, just a little bit more cooler there. High of 68, low of 40. And across the PD in Wadesboro, it'd be a high of 67 and a low of 40. So not a lot of difference between the cities here in the Sand Hills area. Definitely something common too is that it'll be cloud coverage all day tomorrow. Mostly cloudy skies pretty much the entire day tomorrow once again. And we'll take a look at 7-day forecast. You will see Wednesday high 68, low of 41, mostly cloudy skies. On Thursday, sunshine all day long. With that though comes with a cooler temperature, high of 50, low of 30. And then on Friday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 50 and a low of 33. On Saturday, it'll be a high of 49 and a low, very, very low of 28. Partly cloudy skies though, so at least there's no rain for that, meaning no freezing rain at all whatsoever. So pretty good weekend still in regards to sunshine, but the temperatures are going to be pretty low, and that's in the morning. So the lows are usually found at this time of year in the morning time. So you might be waking up a little bit late on a Saturday, so you may not even have to worry about experiencing that cold temperature. On Sunday though, it'll be sunny skies with a high of 55 and a low of 36. And then on Monday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 61 and a low of 44. And then Tuesday, we're back to mostly cloudy skies with a high of 63 and a low of 56. So once again, cloudy and sunshine pretty much dominating all day for the next 7 days. Looking really, really great. Personally, from my experience, I love this type of weather where it's just sunshine pretty much all the time. I think we definitely deserve a break from all of the rain we've been getting. Certainly well deserved here for Richmond County. But that's going to do it for your Live at 5 weather report and for tonight's edition of Live at 5. Of course, for the latest news, sports, and events happening here in Richmond County, you can always visit richmondobserver.com, or you can download the free RO app for your mobile devices. For the Live at 5 crew, I'm Russell Parker. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, Richmond County.